live in my kitchen. This is Jamil, Chef Jamil of Kee Kees NYC, and this is my girlfriend, Tracy Chambers Vintage, Helen Nurse from Tracy Chambers Vintage. And I'm just sitting with Helen in my kitchen today because we want to just talk about some things. We get together, we drink watermelon water. Cheers.
Cheers.
We eat hard-boiled eggs because we're going to get our sexy on. I drink a shake because Helen does not do the shake.
I like shakes. It was the banana that threw me off.
You know what? I didn't like banana before.
Yeah.
But
I do like banana in shakes, but I'm like, yeah.
You know what it is? I put apple cider vinegar in my shake.
That cuts it.
That cuts it down.
Girl. That's why she's a chef.
It gets that vinegary taste out of the way, and it puts a little sweetness on it, so that's why I do it. But Helen and I are sitting here today in my kitchen because we're doing some planning. Yeah. We are planning a cooking series that's going to be coming to you very soon. We're going to host a series at Helen's space, her vintage space actually.
And
Tracy Chambers Vintage.
Other places, your space.
And other places.
And some kitchens around the city.
And maybe your space.
Yeah, maybe your space.
Right?
Yeah.
And then what we're going to do is we're going to do some cooking activities with you guys. We probably will start with hosting just dinners.
Yeah.
Probably 3 to 4 course dinners.
People like to eat.
All the time.
I know I do.
Eat, right? We like to eat.
We like to eat.
So we're going to host these dinners. They're going to be 3 or 4 courses. And at these dinners, it's just basically, Helen's calling it slow down, slow dine. We're going to get together, have really intimate, amazing conversation, learn how to cook a few things, get some recipes, and be entertained fully and completely with each other.
Yeah.
But
take care of each
this
other.
is the most important thing, is getting connected. So, you know, it's great that we have all these electronics and all this social media and, you know, all this connectivity computer-wise. But what we're really missing is the intimate conversation.
Yeah.
And what I really want to get back to and know is, you know, on a day-to-day basis as an entrepreneur, what is it costing you from your time, from your family, to run that business? And does that ever weigh on you? You know, those costs that people don't look at, that people don't consider, because they look at you and they think, oh my God, Helen's so amazing. She has it all together. She's got 3 beautiful children. Her husband's fantastic. Her house is always impeccable and beautiful when I go over there. You know, what are your struggles? Like, what's the real struggle with Helen? Behind the veil of Tracy Chambers Vintage.
Behind the veil of Tracy Chambers Vintage, the real struggle with Helen is that I'm not really running my business full time. You know, and I had to come to grips with that because I was just like, why is the money not coming in the way I need it to? You know, I have this really great formula. I have this great thing that I've created. But when I really sat down and thought about it, I was not running my business full time. I was not like getting up in the morning and working on it when I got up until I went to bed. I was getting up in the morning, making sure my kids had breakfast, and I'm still doing that and doing all those things there. Everybody out the door. Then who has to get groceries? I have to get groceries. I have to do the mommy wife thing, right?
So what did you put in place that kind of helped you
What I
keep that harmony?
I put in place was my mind. I had to get my mind right. And I had to stop beating myself up, saying, oh my God, what do you do? Like, I had to stop beating myself up and be honest with the fact that, girl, you've been doing this part-time. This really is a part-time gig for you.
Right.
You know, I need my rest at night. Sometimes I'm up in the middle of the night administering medicine to like 2 kids, and my kids get sick and around, it seems like. So, you know,
I'm
honestly,
sure you guys can relate
you
to
know,
that.
honestly, I am still a stay-at-home mom first.
Right.
And it took me a long time and a lot of depression to really admit that. But, you know, I feel like I've been, you know, not cheating, but like kind of lying. Like, you know, I have this great business, which I love, and it does do well. Don't get me wrong. It's very lucrative at some times, and that's also part of entrepreneurship.
Right.
But I think if I put much more time into it, it would just blow up. And so what I'm trying to do is retrain myself to actually do that.
Okay. So first takeaway, your mindset. Get your mindset right so that you can manage all of the aspects of being an entrepreneur or a mompreneur, if you will.
Especially as a mompreneur, not to beat yourself up, you know, because I'm like, the reality is sometimes I would have to drop everything and run to my kid's school to pick up my daughter because she could not breathe. She has asthma, right? You know, so that's my reality. Like, my husband's not going to leave a meeting for that, you know. He's not going to, sometimes he's traveling, he's in Japan, he's in Budapest, he can't.
Got it.
Who's going to do that?
Yeah.
Me.
That's you.
Right?
Yeah. So being everything to everybody and maintaining your inner peace. That's part of the conversation today. Now, there's so many aspects to juggle as a mom, as a woman, as an entrepreneur. Like, when you're in a relationship and you have this marriage or this relationship that you have to maintain and keep going, how do you keep it hot? Like, how do you keep everything rolling? I mean, girl, I'm a chef. I always bring food into the whole mix. If I could use food.
Yeah. My husband, all you need to do is, as smart as he is and all this kind of stuff, all I need to do is throw him some food, girl. And all's right with the world. It really is. It's not about conversation. It's about what he's eating. What are we eating today? Like, before I left home today, as a matter of fact, I rattled off what we were having for dinner. So, like, I walked my daughter to the bus stop, and then immediately I went to the grocery store. See, like, my next thing is not like, take her to the bus stop, let me come home and work. I'm like, okay, yes, I have that. It's Monday, I need dinner. Like, I have to feed 4 other people. So, but to keep it hot, we just hang out. Like, I'm really blessed because I don't feel like I ever need to keep it hot. Like, it's always hot with me and my husband. To me, I don't know what he's thinking, but the way he responds to me and the way we relate to each other at home, it's the same as it was when we were younger.
I love that.
And I think it's because we just really like each other. Like, I think he really genuinely likes me. I think he likes the way I look. I think he really just likes me, and I know I do. I feel the same way about him. Every time I see him, I'm like, you're so cute. You look so good.
I love that.
And I tell him that. I let him know how I feel. I let him know, that he looks really, really good to me. He doesn't really express himself in that way. He doesn't really tell me. And that's one thing about some men. My husband will not tell me that I look good. And I'm like, well, I get all dressed up. And he's like, because you always look good. I'm like, thank you, but I want to hear it sometimes. Because I don't always look this good.
Right.
Like, when I'm dressed up. Not today, but I'm saying, like, when I get dressed up and do the thing, I don't always look this good. Most of the time, I just look this good. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got rainy day hair, meeting hair,
Yes.
But women, we want to hear that we look nice. That's a takeaway for us.
Absolutely. Yeah, the guys.
Oh, planning, yes.
Now, that's something that I love about my man. He is really good at saying that I look good at those moments when I'm not expecting to hear that. So that's a wonderful thing about him, and it's been a lesson for me as a woman to remember not to take him for granted.
Yeah.
And guys also like to hear that they look good. And
yes, don't they? I know
they
that.
do. And I wasn't good at telling my man that he looked good to me. So him doing that.
So you
to
have
me,
the syndrome that my husband has.
Yes,
so I was
honey.
like the opposite with Brian, because I'm always telling Clarence that he looks good. Always.
No. I'm not. I was not good at that.
Why? Maybe let me understand
I'm not
why.
sure. I think because I see Brian as such a good-looking person, a charismatic person. I think like, oh, he already knows he looks good,
and
he
that's
doesn't need me to tell
exactly
him.
what my husband thinks of me. He was like, he always says that to me. His question always is, "Do you get a lot of, did you get a lot of attention today?" I'm like, yeah, I always do. Like, that's nothing new for me. And then that's kind of one of his things. He's like, well, Helen, you always look nice. So,
Right.
even when you not trying to look nice, like at home when my hair's looking crazy, he's like, ooh, he calls it woofing. I like when you're woofing. But, he's like, I don't think I need to tell you that all the time. I was like, you do.
Yeah.
You don't need to tell me all the time, like every day. But, I know when I step it up and I look good, I know when I think I look good.
Right.
Okay?
Right.
Do me the honor. I'll be like, you look really nice. Yeah. Or I like that dress or something. I mean, damn, you took a shower. I mean, tell me something. Tell me something. Okay?
Oh my goodness, I love having these conversations with Helen because we keep it really real. I bring food in the bedroom sometimes.
Really?
Girl.
Yes. I don't do that because I'm a real thing about food. It's in my house.
Girl, I have to. I like to. You know what I like to do? I like to do the frozen fruit. So I do frozen pineapples, or I do some frozen strawberries. Whatever it is to cool down the heat that we create, honey.
That's nice.
I bring it in the bedroom.
That's cute.
Yes, and I do create a date night. That's important to me. So I actually have a date night for my son.
Nice.
And I have a date night for my man.
Okay.
Yeah, because I have 2 boys in the house, so they kind of compete sometimes.
Yeah. And
so
they
my son needs his mommy girl time.
Yeah.
And then my man needs his woman time.
Yeah.
So I have a date night with my son. We had our date night last Friday.
Okay.
We did the movie.
Oh, nice.
We did some shopping.
Okay.
We looked at stuff that he likes to look at. So I was in GameStop.
Right. Girl, yeah, I know.
Girl.
Gotta take one for the team. Gotta take one for the team.
I'm not a fan of GameStop.
Yeah,
but I did it because that was his date with us.
What he wants
but
to do.
this is the thing, though, and this is the really important thing that I got from my date night with my son. Because I did and focused on the things that he wanted to do. When we went to the movies, he said, "Mommy, what do you want to see?" And I said, "Oh, I really want to see this." And he goes, "Oh, okay." I was like, "What do you want to see?" He's like, "Oh, well, I really want to see this." And I said, "Okay, so let's see that." He goes, "No." He's like, "This is your date, so I want to see what you want to see." Isn't that sweet?
That's so sweet.
But I thought that I was grooming a man to be the
Right,
man
exactly.
that I want him to be.
Yeah, that's good. That's good stuff.
So that's good stuff.
That's really good stuff. I need
Yeah.
to work on that.
So thanks for popping in.
Yeah.
This is Helen and Jamil. We're coming at you. One Chic P and Tracy Chambers Vintage.
Tracy Chambers Vintage Life. Actually, I made a really big shift today. I decided to
Up the game.
I decided to take one of the businesses that I wanted to monetize, and I really wanted to work this business out and make it a thing. I decided to switch it up and to be honest with myself, and to, even though I do counsel women on business and small business, how to start their business and stay in their business. I do that work, but I'm really more of a lifestylist. I really am. I'm more of a lifestylist. So I'm rolling all of that good stuff into one. And
Packaging
I'm
bringing it to you.
I'm packaging myself as a lifestylist, whether it's a mompreneur style life or a stylist life, how to look cute on a dime or whatever, how to look cute with vintage, or how to incorporate vintage into your real life and not to look like a caricature from the 40s, but to look like you're in 2017 but you have a 40s flair.
Right.
So that's really what I do, and so I came to this really good, clarity today. I have clarity today. Let's
Awesome.
Just
Cheers
on
to
that.
clarity.
Cheers on clarity.
Cheers to clear water. Cheers
Yes.
to clear mind.
Yes.
Cheers to clear healthy bodies. And cheers to clear business decisions.
Yes.
See you soon.